nothing that we've ever seen or experienced in our entire life. And family, somebody's been praying for a shift. We didn't know August of 2022, one phone call, one conversation that God would deliver us into better health, better finances, a better relationship, better marriage. We didn't know that he would shift us in so many ways with this little blessing that I'm holding here in my hands. And so by the time we're done this conversation, somebody is going to see an answer to prayer like we did. By the time I looked at this information, this technology, and the opportunity tied to it, I knew without a shadow of a doubt that God had answered my prayer. And as time passed, I just seen more and more confirmation and manifestation of that. So we're so happy to be with you this evening. We're going to have a fun, quick time of giving you what you need to be able to make a decision to shift the rest of this year, to shift your 2025. There is 6 months and a few days left in this year. But guess what? That's more than enough time to have a game-changing shift in your life. And so we're going to jump right into the information because the question of the evening that we're going to answer is why would you want to get patched? And have you been patched? See, if you've been patched, then you understand and you know why why you want to get patched. Because it's like Dr. Watkins always says, everybody who experiences the patch experiences a life-changing result. It's only a matter of time. So, family, it all started with David Schmidt. It all started with David Schmidt. We're getting ready to share the screen here. David Schmidt is the scientist and the CEO, the owner, and he has over 200 patents. He specializes in age reversing, and in 2008, he shifted his attention to stem cell research, and this recent patent took 10 years, $4.5 million to bring to market. And you can go and look at the more than 20 pages of this patent, but the one page you really want to focus in on is this page, especially this paragraph that says, as a result of elevating copper peptides. We didn't know what copper peptides were. We found out they're the holy grail of age reversing. And look what it says, including activation of stem cells. We didn't know that stem cells were the mother or master cell of the body. See, a heart cell cannot become a lung cell cannot become a kidney cell, but a stem cell can become any cell the body needs
absolutely
to heal itself. And so to get a patent like this, you've got to prove two things. Number one, it's never been done before. And number two, that it does exactly what it says it does. And 100+ clinical studies confirm and document that.
Listen, the reason why this is so phenomenal is because the fewer stem cells we have is the faster we age and the slower we heal. It's the reason why hundreds of millions of people today, right now, as we speak, are experiencing symptoms of aging. Most of us on this call today, okay? I have had 5 children, or actually given birth to 4 kids. 5 of them we have. And as many doctor's visits as I have gone on, none of those doctors have ever told me that at age 30, by the time we turn 30 years old, we lose more than 60% of our stem cell activity. And then at age 60, we lose 90 to 95% of that stem cell activity. And that's the reason why we looking old and we feeling old. But guess what? It does not have to be so. Because this little blessing right here gave us an age reversal. Listen, how does this little blessing work?
It is a proprietary form of phototherapy. Phototherapy just means light therapy. And the light therapy that we're getting happens to be the most powerful light on the planet, which is our own God-given infrared light. See, I didn't know that our light was unique to us like our fingerprint. The very first thing that God said in Genesis 1:3 is let there be light.
Absolutely.
When he cut the lights on, they work. And this is why for the first time we have something that works every time for everyone. It's just a matter of time because everyone's own individual unique infrared light is being reflected, and how that's happening is encased in the center of this patch is organic patented nano crystals. Nano just means really small, that act as little mirrors, reflecting that light back into the body, activating 11 healing systems, including the stem cells. And that's how the miracles are taking place. This is totally non-transdermal. Nothing from the patch is absorbed into the skin, the body, or the bloodstream. So it doesn't matter if you're on medication or you're in the middle of a medical procedure. There will be no interference there. Absolutely no drugs, chemicals, stimulants. It's totally non-invasive.
And if you know anything about the traditional stem cell industry, it's first of all very expensive, very painful, and very invasive. Now listen, all of the benefits that you see on the screen here, both my husband and I have experienced, and a number of the people on this call have also experienced. As a matter of fact, listen, whoever invited you to this call, you need to make sure that you tell them thank you. Okay, those two big words with exclamation marks. Because if this is the first time that you're seeing about this, if this is the first time that you're hearing about this, listen, your whole life is getting ready to change. All of these benefits, like I said, both my husband and I have been able to experience increased strength. This is the reason why we have professional athletes. I'm talking about U.S. Olympians, professional football, swimmers, tennis players, just elite athletes are using this product, and collegiate athletes. It's because you've got people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and even 50s maxing their personal best. I've got somebody on a call today that she has been able to do something that she hasn't been able to do in a very, very, very long time, and she's over 50 years old. Reduced inflammation. Listen, this is the reason why most people begin to experience a tremendous benefit almost immediately, because we know that inflammation is the root cause of all pain and dis-ease. Look, I was moving and acting and feeling like an old person because of the inflammation that was in my knees. But thank God I don't deal with that inflammation anymore. Increased stamina, energy, and vitality. This one right here, my husband can specifically speak to.
Increased stamina. What I love about it is it's not just the athletes that are excited about the increased stamina. We're talking about stamina to not just outlast a day, but have energy to give your family after working, have energy for your spouse, have energy, for your children, have energy to spend some time with God at the end of the day, right? Energy and vitality within 5 minutes of experiencing this patch, family. I felt natural energy like when I was 12 to 14, could play basketball all day in the sun, come home and eat down the refrigerator. It was absolutely incredible. I felt sharp, clear, quick. It was like somebody took dark glasses off my eyes and a weight off my shoulders.
Well, listen, mental clarity. I know exactly what you mean by feeling like dark glasses was taken off of your eyes. I don't know if anyone has ever seen the movie Limitless. Listen, when I saw that movie Limitless, I said, if there was a limitless pill, I would use it. Okay. This is the closest thing to the limitless pill I have ever seen, because look, when I tell you mental clarity, because inflammation leaves the brain, being able to focus, I am so much more efficient and effective. And all of the mental angst, the feeling like I'm being pulled in 1,500 directions at one time, not being able to remember the reason that I went into a room, not exactly knowing what I want to say next. I mean, it has just been completely life-changing for the mental fog to be gone. Okay. Restored musculoskeletal conditions. Listen, this is the reason why I'm here right now. I gave birth to the last 2 of our 5 kids after the age of 40. And my last baby, I carried her so low in my pelvis that my body began to dislocate before time. After I gave birth to her, it did not come back together. For 2.5 years, I walked around with a dislocated pelvic and hip area. I was literally moving like an unhealthy 65-year-old. And less than 2 months after using this little blessing, where the healing systems of my body woke back up again and started moving what my body could not do by itself for 2.5 years, in less than 2 months, my body that was dislocated came back together. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Somebody needs to make this make sense. But guess what? It's not about this little patch, because this patch can't heal, treat, cure, or mitigate any dis-ease in the body. All this does is it reactivates this body that God created to heal itself. So when I tell you this has been completely life altering and you cannot pay me to shut up, that's what it's all about. Improvement of sleep. Let me tell y'all that right there. Okay. My husband and I have been married for 17 years. 17 years. And this is what he get ready to tell you. Sorry.
In the last 24 months, family, the deep quality sleep that I've gotten has really outmatched the previous 20 years. It's been absolutely incredible. As a matter of fact, the first day experiencing the patch, I was able to kick the habit of 4 energy drinks a day because of the energy I felt. I didn't need a sip of the 4 energy drinks that I had already bought. And then the first day, instead of popping up after 2 to 3 hours when I went to bed like I had been for the past 18 to 20 years, I slept all the way through the night. Just amazing quality of sleep. Woke up feeling like a brand new man. And then improved skin appearance. So many people are noticing healthier, tighter skin, wrinkles being reduced. Thank God that I no longer deal with the boils that I used to get all over my head and face since the patch. So the patch helps us to achieve optimal health, which is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. Now, we're not just talking conversation, how people are saying they're feeling. We're actually talking about results. I always say that documentation beats conversation every time. Y'all, we've been going since this morning.
going. But that's all right. We're here.
So listen, this is a topography map scan of a 77-year-old woman's brain. And this is not just any 77-year-old woman. This is a fitness instructor who's been taking care of her body and her health, eating eating correctly for decades. And look at session 1. This is a scan of her brain, but that's not just her brain. It's your brain and my brain. But it's not just the brain. It's all of the organs in the body. Look at all that inflammation, the 2 circles, that's disconnected brain activity, a lack of brain coherence, a lack of stem cell activity. But you look at session 2, just 3 weeks on the X39, reflecting her own God-given infrared light, activating 11 healing systems, including her stem cells. Inflammation is gone, connective brain activity, improved brain coherence, absolutely incredible. Then you look at session 3, 6 weeks on the X39, double the brain activity, a complete turnaround. It can be noted that when she first came in, her brain was hyperactive, but her brain calmed down dramatically. And this is why so many people that have neurological issues, they're seeing tremendous results.
Listen, because within the first few days, 4,000 of our genes begin to reset. Listen, when you tell a medical professional that 4,000 of their genes begin to reset, their eyes get big like saucers, because they understand the magnitude of what that really is. Within 6 weeks, our brain becomes balanced, as you just saw with the last slide. Listen, and once again, that is not just the brain. That is a representation of the entire body. But then within 3 months, our collagen naturally increases greater than anything that we can put into our body, greater than any pill, any supplement, any injection. And listen, collagen is the most important protein of the body. Actually, the beauty industry has really made it popular because what it does for the largest organ of the body, our skin, is what it actually does for the internal organs, making it young and pliable and youthful looking. That's exactly what happens to our internal organs. But then within 6 months, wow.
This is where my attention was completely captured. Within 6 months, all of the internal organs reversed in age, health, and vitality by 8 years, clinically documented, especially the cardiovascular. And the reason why that captured my attention, family, is because my brother in Christ, he didn't know that I had just gotten $500,000 in additional life insurance because my heart was feeling like a balloon stretch about to bust. And with each inhale, I would pray because I'd get sharp stabbing pains in my chest. But when I saw this, I prayed a simple prayer. I said, Lord, give me 6 months, not knowing that the first day my brother put this patch on my C7, that little speed bump at the base of my neck, that that sensation would be gone, that sharp stabbing pain would be gone and stayed away as I continued patching. So this is a way to turn back the hands of time.
Absolutely.
It's not anti-aging, as David Schmidt said. It's age
literally
reversing.
Age reversing.
Now, how to wear the X39? You're going to stick it where it hurts.
Absolutely.
If you're dealing with a condition or pain in your shoulder, you put it on your shoulder. If the knee, put it on the knee. If the back, put it on the back. The two diagrams show where the patch was worn for consistency with the clinical studies. We got all our miracles wearing the patch on our C7, that vertebrae that protrudes at the base of the neck. So you want to wear it 12 hours. If you put it on at 8 a.m., you want to take it off at 8 p.m., throw it away. And what I've been telling people to do is do what I do. Set alarms in your phone. Put a patch on alarm and set it so it goes off and you put your patch on in the morning. Or some people experience the most discomfort overnight. So you put it on before you go to bed, and then you're taking it off because you want to cycle it so
Absolutely.
you get the best use, the best benefit out of it. Then throw it away unless you have a horse, a dog, a cat, or plants. Like Dr. Watkins, he likes to put it on his plants, and he's been seeing a difference. And then you want to repeat the process. You can wear more than one patch at a time. I'm usually wearing 2 to 6 patches, but you want to make sure you're drinking lots of water and getting your electrolytes.
Absolutely.
So family, the X39 is so sophisticated. 10 years of research, $4.5 million to bring to market, yet it's simple to explain. It works for everyone, every time. It's just a matter of time. And we're going to be playing a powerful testimony in a little bit of one of our friends, Javi and Olga, of their son that was having some neurological issues, some setbacks, that was medically injured, and autism was the effect of that. But family, if you want the information, the clinical medical studies, the PubMed.gov white papers, the doctors, we have over 1,000 doctors
Absolutely.
now that's more excited to patch themselves, their spouses, their children, because patients that they've been treating for years, a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years plus, of the dramatic turnaround that they're seeing in just 3 to 6 months has caused them to be excited to experience a turnaround for themselves.
Absolutely.
And we're not just talking about a dynamic, one-of-a-kind, unique, patented product that's easy to use. We're talking about a unique opportunity, a unique company, 20-year-old company that's like a startup, because this patch, along with our team, this is it coming on board, around 2021, went from 20 million a year to over $600 million last year, and we're on a rocket ship to $1 billion this year, which means the company is going to pay out over $600 million this year. We're talking about, again, documentation. LifeWave is now ranked the #1 momentum company per business from home, and we've received the Emmy, the Oscars of this industry from the DSN, the Bravo Award for #1 growth company. So success leaves clues. So family, with such a unique product, with such a unique company, with such a unique opportunity, what's most important in your life? Is it family? Is it time? Is it securities? Is it travel? Is it better health?
All of that.
And less debt? Well, we have a technology that we can apply, experience for ourselves, and begin sharing because this ministered to us. And we didn't keep it to ourselves. We chose to minister to other people. This has literally impacted every single area of our lives.
Absolutely.
Our family, we have a better relationship when you're no longer in pain.
Absolutely.
Right? When you're no longer dealing with as much weight. Within 2 months, my honey love lost 18 pounds. I lost 20 pounds. She went on to lose over 60 pounds. We have more time together. I'm no longer having to leave the house to work 2 or 3 jobs. So I have time with my family, more time in the home. Security, we have more money at the end of the month than month at the end of our money.
Hallelujah.
Travel, we were sent to Dominican Republic, Punta Cana
last year.
And we're looking forward to the trips this year. So family, literally, we've been positioned at the right time, with the right company, with the right product, with the right team. And I'm so glad and excited for this part of the presentation, because so many times everybody does network marketing, although nobody wants to do network marketing. We didn't want to do network marketing.
No, we didn't.
But everybody does network marketing. They just don't get paid for it. Everybody tells somebody about a good church, a good church sermon, a good song, a good restaurant, a good sale. Everybody, a good movie. Everybody does network marketing.
Absolutely.
Because they share good news within their network of family and friends. But it's just that most people don't get paid.
Yep.
But see, we've got good news that's impacting lives all over the world.
Absolutely.
And just by loving on people, sharing this blessing with people, family, we have the ability to be rewarded in phenomenal ways. The company pays 6 ways. This way starts out paying at $50 a week and goes all the way up to $25,000 a week. It starts by loving on 4 people.
Yep.
And when you love on 4 people, the company calls you a manager. And we just had another new manager break today, and we're gonna celebrate the managers on Tuesday. We're gonna celebrate all of the people that's not kept this blessing to themselves, but has chosen to love on people and share with people. And so the question is, who do you know that suffer with pain?
Everybody.
Who do you know that want to increase their health, want better sleep, more energy? Who do you know that could use more money?
Everybody.
Right? Because money is not the most important thing in life, but it impacts some of the most important things in life. It impacts how we eat, how we sleep, where we eat, the quality of our sleep, and the quality of food we're able to get, how we're able to take care of our families and our children, right? What kind of education they get. So family, we have the opportunity to not just experience this blessing, but share this blessing and reap just incredible benefits. See, my honey love and I, we didn't know that sharing this benefit, sharing this blessing would take us from a small a 3-bedroom apartment to a brand new 4-bedroom home. We
Ooh,
didn't
hallelujah.
know that this blessing, sharing it, not just experiencing it, but sharing it, would take us from living paycheck to paycheck, being barely able to make ends meet, to now God being able to bless us to help
Thank you,
others have ends meet. We
And-
went from, go ahead, honey, look.
Well, what I was actually going to say is, listen, we have been blessed financially because we chose to love people. And please, I need you to really, really, really understand this, because we've had so many people that we've cried with, so many people that we've laughed with, because their lives have drastically transformed. Their family unit has come back together, because when you're in pain every day, all day, for decades, when you don't know if the illness that you've been experiencing is going to take your life or take your limbs, take your freedom, and all of a sudden someone thinks enough of you to share a blessing with you that completely, drastically changes your entire life. Listen, please understand that being rewarded by the company, and they do reward very well, is secondary to the fact that we get to be a part of people's story, saying that this is exactly what I have been praying for. Because look, we are quick to pray. We pray and we patch. That's our thing. We pray, we patch, and we prosper. We are number one, defensive and offensive, is that we pray. That's number one. But then we get an opportunity to put something on someone's body and put something in their hand that can help them physically and financially. Listen, love the people and share the blessing and watch what happens. Because when you begin to share it with people, not only does the company pay you because you've shared it, but also when they begin to share it with people, the company pays you 25% of what they earn. And the people that they share it with, the company pays you 20% of what they own. And the company that, and the people that they share it with and they share it with, the company's going to pay you 20% of what they've earned. Now listen, look, this is the reason why we have a single mother of 3 making over $200,000 per week. Okay. So if you're looking for an extra 500, extra 1,000, extra 2,000, or extra $10,000 a week, guess what? It's there for you. So there are 3 ways that you can get started here. When we learn that these patches get better results than your $7,000 to $400,000 stem cell injections, and we could get 600 patches for just $1,750, $1,750, with the taxes and shipping is a little less than $1,900. That's exactly what we did. Listen, we didn't have the financial wherewithal in order to get started when we first saw this. But guess what? The Lord told us to use what was in our hands. And what was in our hands was our $2,500 rent. You would say, why in the world, you got 5 kids, you will use your rent money to get started? Well, when the Lord say, use what's in your hands, you use what's in your hands.
See, we couldn't afford another expense, but what we could afford was an opportunity.
Absolutely.
And once we saw that this was an answer to prayer, day one, all my pain gone. Day one, all her pain gone. Day one, I was no longer feeling like I was on the verge of death. That made me go out without even telling my wife and get an additional $500,000 in life insurance. Then we decided to invest in our health, right? And we said, I told my honey love, I said, honey, if we pay the rent, the only thing we're going to be able to do next month is pay the rent again. But if we invest in our health and we start loving on people, ministering to people with this blessing that's ministered to us, there's no telling what will happen. So said, so done. So the 4 reasons we got started is because it just made sense to go with the premium, which brings the price per patch down to $3 a patch. And then the second reason, our results from day one, all our pain gone. Number 3, we're in our 40s. All of our friends and family, they're already dealing with some ache, some pain. And I know I've been getting called a whippersnapper all week. But listen, we deal with aches and pains.
Absolutely,
it's amazing. So when we consider our parents and their friends and family members in their age group, family, we have a blessing that can really and seriously impact them. So we said we wanted to get enough to gift 1 to 3 patches. And then the last reason is the premium, the 20-month supply puts you in the fast lane, the driver's seat of the compensation plan. The next package is the advanced 6-month supply, 180 patches, $535 with shipping and taxes. You're still open to all 6 ways to be rewarded by the compensation plan. The next package, the 3-month supply, you get 90 patches, $295 with shipping and taxes, under $340. You're only open to 2 ways of getting started, getting rewarded through the compensation plan. But hey, you get in where you fit in.
Absolutely.
Because you can always upgrade to the other packages. There's no time constraint or restriction there. So you're gonna start with one of the 3 packages. You're only purchasing that package one time, right? And then you want to consider a month or 2-month supply auto ship. See, a sleeve is an envelope with 30 patches, 1 patch a day, unless you do multiple patches like myself and some others. So the 1 patch, the 1 sleeve, the 1 month supply, pardon me, allows you not to run out of patches after you're looking better, feeling better, having more energy, better quality of sleep. The 2-month supply allows you to be able to participate fully and completely in the 6 ways of being rewarded when you share.
And listen, that is a huge thing, because if you know anything about business, you cannot start a business, maintain a business, and keep a business that has the potential to be a 6, 7, and even 8-figure business, and your overhead never has to go more than $199.90. Like, that just doesn't, it just doesn't happen. So if you see this as the opportunity that it is, you want to choose the 2 sleeves, because you want to make sure that you have enough for yourself and enough to be able to share with people. So all the information, that all the questions that you have, you can take a deep dive or a shallow dip in thisisit.info.com. Every question that you can think of will be answered. Thisisit.team.com. That is all business related, how to share the opportunity with other people, but all of your questions will be answered there.
The compensation plan will also be at thisisitteam.com. So family, the time is now to make your move. See, our favorite scripture is, it is a good thing to receive wealth from God and the good health to enjoy it, to enjoy our purpose, work, and our lot in life. This is indeed a gift from God. So family, if you're serious about your goals, if you're serious about your dreams, if you're serious about your health, this opportunity, this technology gives us hope, not just physically, not just financially, but it gives us hope for freedom. Time freedom to get our time back, to get our finances back. So this is a powerful way to shift some things in the last 6 months of this year. And this is it. Next Level Convention is going to be in Orlando this year. Family, all of the families that went from zero, from being broken physically and financially, to being literally financially free, being living their best lives health wise. They're going to be at Next Level. You're going to be in an environment of hope, faith. You're going to be in an environment where you're going to get the details of so many people's stories that's gone from zero to $1 million, 130 plus families that's done that. Most all of them are going to be in the house.
Absolutely.
And it's not just about what you get from stage. Matter of fact, my honey love and I, when we went to the last conference, we ran into so many leaders that we ran into them in the elevator. We ran into them in the hallways.
Yes.
And they
in the
began
bathroom.
pouring into our lives and speaking lives. And we got so many nuggets that shifted our mentality, shifted our vision, shifted our hope, enlarged our vision for our lives, our kids, our marriage, and even for this ministry. So family, you definitely want to go to thisisitconvention.com, and you definitely want to be in the house. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to share my screen quickly and share this testimony from Javi and Olga concerning their son. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen right now. I promised a few people that I would share this testimony. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. All right. And let me get the audio on. All right. So family, just a little bit about Javi and Olga. This is a Christ-made couple that we've had the pleasure and the privilege of spending quality time with. When the patch found them, they couldn't even find $500 to put together. They were at their wits' end with their son. But family, in 24 months, everything changed in their family, and everything changed in their finances. Our friends Javi and Olga.
Bergen County, New Jersey, Javi and I are located in, and we've got 3 beautiful kids of my own and 3 of his own. And one of my children has severe autism. And for so many years, I'm just going to dive right into it. For so many years, we have looked for anything that could possibly help him. And I know that there is probably, how many people do we have on? 291. Really low blowing it. So with that being said, we have been looking for non-traditional ways to help our son have a better quality of life. I have done the biomedical approach. I have gone holistic. I have done nutraceuticals. I have gone hyperbaric chamber. And towards the end, and I spend lots of money for the bare minimum. But as a mom, when you're searching for something, bare minimum is even just, it gives you that much more hope. It gives you a little light. And then our last option was running into stem cell therapy, stem cell injections. And we had spoken to other friends of ours who had done it and have seen great results with it. We looked into it, and I'm sure if you know anything about stem cell injections, you're usually traveling internationally for it to get a good amount of it. And you have to do it at least twice a year. And in Panama, Tony Robbins is a big fan of that one. He spends $20,000 a session. So if you want to bring your kid to Panama, you're paying $20,000. And you're hoping that it just does a little something. So we came back home. We always saw stem cell was the most promising for us. And we thought, okay, this is something we're going to have to invest at least once or twice a year. We're going to do this once or twice a year to do it for him. Well, we come back from traveling internationally to get stem cell therapy. We get a phone call from our beautiful friends, Mike and Saeed Hernandez, who I love with all of, like to me, they're little angels that came from heaven. They just shared something. And I was the most pessimistic. I said, there's no way, give me a break. Patches, like really. And I'll tell you, something clicked and just, thought about it, prayed on it. And I said, what's the worst thing that I can do is nothing. We got those patches mailed to us. They got to us within 2 days. We started putting it on him. And within 1 week, 7 days, we were sitting in the backyard, having a cup of coffee, chatting it up, enjoying our beautiful summer day here in Bergen County, New Jersey, watching our baby swing on the swing. Now, I know to most of you, swinging on the swing seems like a big nothing, but the majority, 98% of autistics in this community on the swing seems like a big nothing, but the majority, 98% of autistics in this community have motor challenges. And it's very hard for them to process. So their brain knows exactly what they want to do, but their body can't execute it. So we sat there and we're looking at each other and I said, is this possible? We were in shock, were we not? Yes. We were in complete shock. And he was swinging. And all summer he swung, and he swung for hours. So I know that if you're in my shoes, you know what I mean when I tell you that my baby's swinging. For any other family that might have never witnessed this, they might not understand, but my son is 9 years old. He has been trying his hardest to swing. He has never been able to. He has been also trying his hardest to get on a bike and ride a bicycle. And we have tried. We put the stick behind the wheel. We're working with him. We're pushing. We're guiding. We're centering. We're doing everything that moms and dads are trying to do to help their babies get on that bike and go. And 4 months later, 5 months later, he brings me the shoes to the Peloton. We have a Peloton. And he's always been wanting to ride the Peloton. He's never been able to. And he gets the shoes. I clip him in and he goes and he starts to ride. And it was just magic. And ever since then, he's riding bikes. He's on the Peloton. And he's now also, which a lot of people don't know about, a lot of autistics are able to spell. And through spelling, they can communicate. But they're not spelling writing, because this right here is so incredibly hard for them. We found something where we got a stencil board with letters on it. So 26 letter board. And he's able to point to the letters. And he's able to spell. And I know that, if I had the video right now to show you, it would light a fire under your, you know what, and you would run to everybody that you knew in this community and show them what this patch can do. So I believe that this little patch right now is truly just waking things up, rejuvenating the cells. It's connecting the brain and the body, the motor skills. It's connecting. There's so many things that it's doing that I'm going to tell you right now. Mark my words. I will never, ever, ever be traveling internationally for stem cell injections ever again, because this patch that I spend less than $100 a month for has done more for my son than anything that I've ever touched before in my life. And I swear, this is to my hand to God. This is the best thing we've ever done. So I am bringing it to everyone's attention, because every child that is in this situation, every family that's in this situation deserves to bring this to their child or to somebody that they love and care about or wish better for. It is the right thing to do. Honestly, in my eyes, I know this is going to sound quite extreme. I think it's inhumane if you don't. I know it's a little extreme. I can be a little extreme at times. And when I see a child with autism that I do not know, I run to the mother and I tell her everything that it's done for my son. And then you take it in your own hands, whether you want. I would put patches everywhere. My son has got glutathione. He's got the stem cell patches on, and it's doing remarkable things. Everyone in his house wears it. I cannot go a day without it. I can't even imagine life without patches on my body. So it's done nothing but incredible things. And I'm going to be honest with you. I did not, this was not where this space, network marketing, I was 1 foot out the door. We were here before and we did not succeed. We just stayed somewhere. We were complacent and the product did not work. It wasn't attracting the masses. And I know why. Because it's like what Mike said to us. It's not another Me Too product. It's something that nobody else can get their hands on. So we decided to jump in because of what it's done for my son. And for the first time in this network marketing space, I have never in my life had such belief as I do now. This is it. We have found it. They say right place, right time, right people, right? Here, we are here now. We are all here, every single 329 individuals that are on right now. We are all here right now in the right space with the right people, with the right product.
Family, this truly is it. And, you know, it's so funny because Javi and Olga, they had a mattress on the floor. I don't know if anybody was on before, but we actually had her on live and she testified, listen, the way she was able to get those stem cells, she couldn't afford them. The stem cell injection, she
Maxed
used
out
every
credit card that she
had. And because she was also on food stamps, she was struggling, you know, and they went from that place to seeing not just miracles physically, but miracles financially. Last year, 1099 documented over $1 million they were able to bring home. But the only reason they were able to do that is because they have over 20,000 people that can directly or indirectly point to their yes for their son, point to their yes for their household. And so we're so excited, family, for the yeses to come because we haven't scratched the scratch yet. So without further ado, we're going to turn over the floor to everybody's favorite doctor that we've been honored and privileged to work with these last few months. Some of you know him. Some of you are his patients and have been his patient. And some of you are meeting him for the first time. Dr. Watkins went from surgeon, being nice with the knife, on the back end of health catastrophes to being on the forefront where God shifted him to preventative, holistic, and regenerative medicine, and now he's helping people change their lives, not just getting off of medication and shifting their nutrition, the way they eat, but also the way they think. And the patch has taken his practice to a whole nother level. So without further ado, Dr. Watkins, Doc. Everybody's favorite Doc. It's good to have you on, Doc.
Yes, sir.
Good to be here. Good to be here. That was an outstanding presentation, and I love to see that presentation about the August and son, and how he has improved. You know, it's amazing. You see these things and they look like almost fairy tales, except until you talk to people. And I guess it was last week, I was at church and I saw one of my patients, and she came up, she hugged me and all, and I asked her how she was doing, and she said she was having some pain. She was great, but she had some pain. And I moved over to the side. And I pulled out my patches.
You pulled it out like a...
And I passed her right in church.
Come on.
We were in the lobby. And she called me today. She said, Doc, how can I get some more of those patches? they work. Yes, they work. And she said, normally I'm used to taking, some analgesic, and it'll take a while to get started, but then it won't last too long. She said the patch worked so fast.
Wow.
All right. And it worked for a long time.
Wow.
I need some more patches. I said, well, look, I'm gonna get some more, and then I'm gonna show you how you can purchase some. And she said, let's do it. So after the call, I'm gonna get her set up so she can get them in the mail and get going. But it's really exciting. And as I tell people, I'm a physician. This is my business. If I'm passing stuff to my patients that don't work, I'm gonna have an empty office.
True.
But the program works, and the other thing is the people. These two rascals here, they have been such a tremendous help to me, but not just to me, to everybody in my organization. And whenever I need them, I call them, and they always respond, and so it's just exciting to me to have that. And I can promote this because it works. All right? It works. And as I say all the time, if you don't have a testimony, because you ain't been patched. But if you've been patched, you're going to have a testimony. And so it's exciting to me. The other day, I got the thing for the vitiligo. And I sent the pictures to my friend who has vitiligo. And he wrote me back, he says, I've already started seeing brown spots come back to my skin.
Wow.
And it's working, because before I didn't know that it was working with him. But when I reached out to him, he said, it's working. He said, and I'm patching myself every day. Of course, the example I gave him, it took a year, but it doesn't matter how long. What is it? It works every time. It's just a matter of time.
Absolutely.
That's what we have to understand. Too many people want things to happen overnight. You didn't get sick overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you expect to get well overnight? But we do. And hey, I'm excited. My wife's excited. She's asking me, baby, you gonna patch me before you leave?
Doc, can you tell the people the story that happened with your wife?
Oh, look here. When I got my patches, I told my wife, I'm gonna patch you after I get off the radio. She said, no, I gotta see the cardiologist. I said, what does your heart have to do with your knees? And so I was mad. I said, look, I'm doing all this stuff trying to get you better, and here we got something that can work, and you won't even try it. But a friend of ours had called me that morning, couldn't move her arms. Husband had to drive her to work, but she was still pushing, going to work. I patched her and her husband that afternoon. The next morning, I called. I said, Gloria, how you doing? She said, well, my husband, he ain't gonna lie. I said, well, no, I don't expect him to lie. I want nobody to lie. He said he's getting better, and he's gonna keep using it. I said, what about you? She said, I can raise my arms over my head.
Wow.
And then my wife said, honey, can you patch me? Now, for her, it took 7 days. But on the 7th day, I said, how you feeling today, baby? How you feeling, baby? I feel fine. I had not heard that for over 2 years.
Wow.
Her knees were bad. And you know, the orthopedist, who's my buddy, that wanted to give injections. I said, no, we're going to do natural. But I was ready for the injection. If, you know, she didn't get better by spring. I'm telling you, when the patches came, she got better. The pain decreased. Now she still had to go to physical therapy because she hadn't been using those legs and they got weak. So she had to build up her strength and so forth. But, you know, hey, you do what's necessary and you understand the process. And you understand the process, you do it. And what can I say?
Doc.
No medicine, just light. Ha! You can't beat it.
You sure can. You sure can.
Wow, Doc.
You know, Doc, that reminds me, last night we were with one of our newest business partners, and he had patched up a cousin of his, over 70 years old. And 17 years prior, she had gotten a total knee replacement. And she had been using the walker. He came to her after he left our house getting patches, and he said, come here, where's the knee that pains you? She pointed to it. He put the patch on there. Last night, and that was just last week, Wednesday. Last night, we were with her. She went up 20 steps. She says she has not climbed the stairs in 17 years.
Mercy.
She's over 70 years old. She had a total knee replacement 17 years ago. And in 17 years, she has not climbed stairs. And last night, she went up and down 2 sets of stairs, which there were a total of over 20.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Incredible.
We had to take a video of it. Yup, it works. And literally, it's not about the patch. It's about what the patch does. So
Absolutely.
Family, it's 9:32. What we're going to do is just quickly open up the floor, because after those testimonies, which, Doc, we appreciate those testimonies.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely incredible. So thank you so much for that. We want to open up the floor for any questions.
You can
Hi, Noel. Tasha.
Yes,
Blessings and
ma'am.
love.
This is Barbara and Jim Taylor.
Hey, Barbara and
Barbs
Jim.
and Jim. Blessings and love. It's good to see y'all.
Blessings.
Yes. Blessings to you.
Well, I want to share my testimony. I shared it with you last Thursday. And I just want to share my testimony. Everything that's been said tonight is absolutely true. It's God in the midst of all this healing.
Amen.
Amen.
I was at the lowest point in my life. I'm telling you, I'm 72, so I'm in my 70s, but I was having some leg and feet problems, and it got so bad that I almost had to be in a wheelchair.
Wow.
I couldn't move. Brother Don and Eva came over, and I hadn't seen him in a while, and when he walked in, it was like, what have you done? Because he was walking, and they patched us for 3 days, and on those 3 days, I felt the difference. The second day, we ordered our patches. That was it. We wanted the patches. In the meantime, though, we were out of patches for a while because it takes 3 to 5 days to get in, right? Well, I had an appointment with a doctor that said that he did a test on my legs and said that my nerves and my muscles were flatlined in my feet and both legs.
Wow.
Telling me they were dead.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was not going to accept that. I said, no, that's not what God says. God
Amen.
says, by my stripes, I'm healed.
Come
Amen.
on.
I'm healed. So anyway, when the patches came in, I said, this is an answer to God. When Don and Eva came over here, I had been praying for over 2 years
Wow.
for healing. And when they came over and patched us, that was the answer to my prayers. Doctors couldn't do it. Man couldn't do it. But God can do it.
Amen.
Amen.
And it's in this little patch, this simple little Band-Aid. It's what it looks like. And we started those patches, and within 1 week, I was walking.
Wow.
Without a walker, without any kind of problems. Today is 3 weeks we've been on the patches. Now, 3 weeks isn't very long, I know. But I got to go to a women's luncheon today and minister in song. I led praise and worship. I was able to minister to other people.
Wow, Jesus.
It felt so good. It was like I went from feeling like I was dying, like you, Noel. You said that you felt like you were dying.
Absolutely.
You know that feeling.
Yes.
I felt like I was dying, and then all of a sudden, I felt like life. I was restored to life, and it's the patch that's done it. The patch has done it, and we're feeling all kinds of different things. Even our skin. Our skin is. It's only been 3 weeks.
You're looking glorious over there, Barbs.
And we're doing the same thing in church. Jim's putting patches on people. They're going, I gotta get this patch. I gotta get this patch. Because he patches them before the service, and after the service, they don't even realize it, but the pain's gone.
Wow.
So it sells itself.
Absolutely.
It really does. The patch, there's a testimony behind the patch. If they use it, and some people don't feel anything the first time, but they don't realize it's doing something.
Absolutely.
It's doing something within their body. They just don't realize it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I just wanted to give you a testimony and tell you thank you.
Wow.
Oh, Barbara and Jim.
I've only made 2 sales, but I'm getting there.
Well, I tell you.
Listen.
I got another one after I get off this.
Well, we're looking forward to blessing that person and having them get their patches in. And listen, we just appreciate you stepping up and sharing tonight.
Absolutely.
Because somebody needed to hear your testimony.
Yes.
Because we're also live on TikTok as well. So your testimonies, just like Doc's testimonies, just like Javi and Olga's testimony, it's impacting people all over the world.
Absolutely.
And with that being said, is there any other testimonies tonight? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Barbs and Jim.
God bless.
Blessings and love. And Don and Eva for sharing, and Sister Naomi for sharing with her brother.
Yes.
And Sister Karen for sharing with Sister Naomi, and then Doc for sharing with Sister Karen. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. I mean, it's incredible, but that's what happened when you minister good news that's ministered to you. So anybody else? All right, family. Well, with that being said, it's been a plum pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege. We're gonna jump off and take care of the people who are looking to order their patches tonight for themselves and their family. So you be blessed, family. Listen, we're closing this month strong, and we're closing out this year strong. $600 million is on the table. But more importantly, there's so many people that are praying, like
Absolutely.
my honey love and I were praying, like Barbs and Jim was praying. There's so many people that's praying, that's waiting on us. And so we've got to allow the Lord to continue to use us, to guide us, and family, this last 6 months of the year is going to totally blow everyone's mind that continues to open their mouth and share. I'm telling you now, eyes have not seen, nor ears heard, nor have even entered into your mind the great miracles, physically and financially, that the Lord has in store, wrapped up in the next 6 months.
Because it's actually now is literally the time. Now is literally a time. This is literally an open heaven right now. We are in a season of open heaven, of bumper crops, and it's necessary that we take advantage of the time because it's not going to be this way for long. Okay? Y'all listen. We are in a season of bumper crops and it's not going to be this way for long. Take advantage of the opportunity that the Lord has placed in front of you. Run, 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 run.
Oh, we running. So, family, we got our sneakers on. Blessings and love. We gonna run.
Hey, Noel.
Yes.
Noel, before you go, there is a question in the message thing that says, can it help with celiac disease?
It helps with everything for every time, for everyone. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, it's your own God-given light.
Absolutely.
So yes, it will impact anything.
Anything.
So just get the patch, wear the patch, share the patch, and watch miracles happen physically and financially.
Amen.
Family, it's been real. Blessings and love.
Thank you.
Our pleasure.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a blessed one.
Thank you.
Okay, let me take this phone off of Do Not Disturb.
Thank you, Lord. I made it.
You made it.
Yeah.
You okay, Daddy?
Made it. Blessings and love. Y'all go to the page.
Hold on. Huh?
Y'all go to the page. Check out the 3 linked pinned videos, and check the comments. We're real people with real results. You can get a hold of us, and go hit the link in the bio. Get yourself patched. Y'all heard the testimonies tonight. Listen, as a team, we have now over 300,000 miracle testimonies. Family, by the end of this year, it'll be over 1 million testimonies. There's over $600 million on the table. The company is on a rocket ship to $1 billion, and you have the ability to experience miracles in your body and watch miracles happen for other people as you share. And because of that, you can receive a financial miracle. You can hit the jackpot twice in your health and in your wealth.
Yep.
Blessings and love, family. Y'all be blessed.
Y'all be blessed.